welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking, thank you for watching. My name is Kemi. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber living in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And if you're the returning subscriber, you know you guys are the real MVP. Thank you for always coming back. So in continuation of the last video where we talked about real estate in Canada, buying a house in Canada, today I'm here for you guys that wants to come, that are planning to come to Canada. You want to rent a house. You've been asking me a whole lot of questions in my DM. So today we're going to be answering all those questions when it comes to renting a house in Canada. Yes. So I observed that from my last video when we were talking about when I showed how we were trying to search for a house, most of you wanted to know the price range, all of it when it comes to renting a house in Canada. So today I have with me again Yeti Adewumi. Like I said, she's been here like more than I can even think. So she knows everything about renting a house in Manitoba, and not just Manitoba, because I know most of you are not all of you are coming to Manitoba. So even if you are coming to other provinces, she's able to help with that. So welcome back.
Thank you.
So yes, so the first thing I want to ask, so for us, when we were going to come, the plan was for our sponsor, that is for my sister-in-law, to get a house for us before we arrived, which they actually got. But then at the end of the day, by the time we arrived, they said we had to get a bank draft, we had to open a bank account first and all this. So my point is that, is it possible to get a house before arriving? Because I know some people have, but is it possible in Manitoba to get a house, or in Winnipeg to get a house before landing?
Absolutely, it's possible.
Yeah.
So it depends on some things. Documentation is key. So for example, you already know you're landing. You have your PR.
Yeah.
Or you have
your
letter,
COPR, yeah.
Just for you to come and land and take all the documents that you need to be living as a resident. So one of the things you could do is you have to get someone that is able to guarantee you.
Yes, you need a guarantor.
Yeah. That is because you're not here. So they have to have a face they're dealing with. So this guarantor claims to them and say, oh, I have Mr. A and Mr. B, Mrs. or Mr. A and Mrs. A.
Okay.
And the kids, they'll be living here. So you look at the apartment, they will tell you to come and look at it, you look at it. What you could do is go and make a bank draft, not a check. So don't make a check in your name as the guarantor. So I'm a guarantor. I don't want to use my check that says Yeti Adewumi to pay for Kemi or Molly. So what I would do is I would go to my bank, make a bank draft for the security deposit to put in your application for the house.
Okay.
So while that application is going on, they're going to call me and ask me your legitimate reason to live in Canada. They want to be sure that you are going to be living because you are taking an apartment from them. Okay. So it's possible for someone to do that, but you know it takes a lot of things. So that your guarantor, they're going to do the credit check on that guarantor. They're going to do all, so it exposes a lot of people to what they don't want to be exposed. That's why it looks like it's not possible. It's not possible, but it is possible.
But if you have a family, someone you are really close with, they can go ahead to do it for you.
And again, so sometimes it's not as if they don't want to do it. So for example, if I'm still renting my own house, so I'm carrying a 1,200 every month on my credit bureau. Now I want to be your guarantor to get you a house of another 1,200. They're going to add that to my credit history. So now I'm owing 2,004, even though you are the one that will be paying. Okay. So they're going to look at me. Am I qualified to be paying 2,004 every month for my income? So that's why sometimes some people don't qualify because somebody else wants to do the guarantor. And most guarantors don't know that they do that. So a lot of guarantors don't know that they would do the credit check. But if they pay attention, they will tell them, we're going to do a credit check on you. Pretty much we're giving you this house for that person because you are asking. So that's how it is.
Okay, so I hope you understand what it takes, what she's trying to explain about getting a house before you arrive, because you actually need a guarantor. And so it's like the guarantor is taking all of the responsibility for you. It's the credit or whatever the debt is going to be on their own credit card.
Yes, credit bureau.
Because you know, if you've not know that Canada runs on a credit system.
Yes.
Even me, I've not yet understood that
Yeah.
system. You know, because when we arrived and I was told I had to get a credit card compulsorily.
Yes, I
said,
would like to advise you on that. Yes. So when you come to Canada, credit gives you enablement to every room. So, but credit gives you enablement to every room if you use it well.
wisely.
So you come in, you can get a credit card of just $500, and you only spend $50 for your grocery. And every time you spend that $50, you return it. That's how you max high credit worthy.
Okay.
So it's not because you have a $500 credit card limit and you're spending $500 every month, you are not credit worthy.
Oh yeah.
So, and that's why sometimes when they say that you have that $500, you are maxing it. The credit card company helps you by sending you a message saying, "Come and increase your limit."
Basic.
Yes. So what they are trying to do is you're not getting credit worthy because we give you 500, you're using 500. Come and increase your limit. If you go to increase your limit, don't increase your spending.
We are sorry we are digressing here, but every information is needed. I'm sure you are learning
because
something from
those are the
this.
things that will allow you to buy a house. Those are the things that will allow you to get a line of credit, so that you can even do something. You can
Access
come
more
in,
things,
you can access more things.
Buy a car, a new car.
So if you see, you're buying a new car now. If you go to buy a new car, if you have so much money to put down for the new car, put it down so that what you're paying monthly is low. The reason is that if what you're paying monthly is high, it has shrink your credit worthiness.
Okay.
So because they're looking at your income to compare if you are credit worthy or not. So if you're taking home 1,500 every month, and you're spending 1,500 of credit card every month,
I get it.
There's no credit worthiness.
You are not credit worthy. You're only basic.
So it's good to have credit card. So whoever advised you that you get it, that's a good advice.
Okay.
But take your credit card, but not to max it. Use it like if it's possible, just use 10% of your credit limit, so that you're going to be like above 800.
I get it.
And then anytime you now need the lending, you need the lending
have
power.
a good credit score.
You get it.
Yeah. Thank you for that. You hear that? Yes. Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about. Okay, so your agency, Yeti. What's the name of your agency?
So I'm Yeti Adewumi,
yes.
And so I also register as Yeti Homes.
Yes. So can Yeti Homes? Do you also have apartments that you can? So let's say people that are coming, do you have like somewhere where you have your listings, those kind of things?
Okay, so if you want to rent a property, so Yeti Home itself, I don't deal with renting, but I have a brokerage that deals with renting. And so you can just tell me. So for example, I'm trying to build a house for a client and the house is not ready. I can get somewhere for where my client will be. For the meantime before the house is ready.
Okay. Nice. So my point now is that those that are coming, maybe they need apartments and those kind of things. Can they also fill this form I'm going to put? So I'm going to put a form in my description box for those of you that are coming ahead of time. Help, it won't be too much for you because they are going to bombard that form. I know them. I know these people. I know you people.
No, so, nothing is too much for me.
Okay, so but not just Manitoba, right? If you know you're coming to either Winnipeg or should we limit it to Winnipeg?
Don't worry. As long as you're in Canada and you need a place, you want to buy a house,
an apartment,
you want to buy
house.
For the apartment one, like I said, I don't deal with the apartment, but I would just connect you. I would send you. So we have the agencies like we have the apartment where you are living in. There's a particular property managers that manages. They are the one that will get that form, and I will just send to them that so person. But if you have a guarantor, like I said, and the guarantor is ready to stand in for you, then you can get the apartment before your arrival. If not, you can come in, be in an Airbnb, and then you go around and choose the apartment that you want.
By the way, even her, so when we came, also she had a house that we were going to rent. For me, I also was like, no, this place is too big for us. Let's not know it's too big. So she's like that. And then one thing I appreciate about her, so this is not, you should know that this is not a sponsored post, or this is not a paid promotion. Yeah, we are taking advantage of this opportunity to bring to you good information that will be helpful to you. Yeah, so for us, she's good like that, because she will go over and out for a client or for someone who wants to, like she said, she will even take you round. So she's selfless, she enjoys what she does. So yeah, she loves it. So this is not for business now, this is not because she just wants to, it's not for money. Of course everyone loves money, yeah. But then my point is that she loves what she does. So the next thing I want to talk about was the rent. Do you have an idea of, I know you deal more with houses, selling houses, but do you have an idea of what the rents and type of houses that can be rented out, especially here?
Okay, yeah. So I've lived in Winnipeg, and I love Winnipeg so much. I don't like
Winnipeg is
Winnipeg.
Actually good. If you are still trying to make up your mind about where to live, I would advise you come to Winnipeg.
I love Winnipeg. So yeah, there are several houses. So now, if you have your own house, like this house that we're talking about, I showed you that there's a basement in this house. Yeah. So, for example, the owner of this house can decide, I'm going to make the basement a one-room and suite for somebody. So, if you are coming and you're a student, you can rent that one room in that basement.
Yeah.
So, most people just look at just a little amount just to help their utility bill, because now you are adding to the utility bill because of your presence, you're using all the things that they're using. So basically for a room like that, you could see like 550, 600 for a room, cheap for a person. So now for a family, if a family is coming, maybe a family of 4, say mom, dad and 2 kids, it's always advisable that you get 2 or 3 bedroom
apartments. Now
in Manitoba, if your kids are of different sex,
yes, thank you for addressing that.
If your kids are of different sex now, the apartment managers are now looking for you to get 3 bedroom.
So you need to have different rooms for
if they are of different sex. So they do that now. Not all apartments are really keen to do that, but most apartment property managers are doing that right now because they want to make sure that your kids are living separately because of their gender. So
don't say you have 5 kids and you want to get 2 bedrooms.
Oh no, if you have if you have more than 3, like if you have more than 2 kids, you definitely need to get 3 bedroom. They would not even give you an apartment. So people come in and they just say, oh, it's a family of 4. And by the time they find out that you are more than that, they would come in and evict you if they know.
They will.
Because they want your kids. They want your kids to live well, and it's very keen to them for that. So. And we don't have most of the apartments are usually 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom. The 3 bedroom are not very common. They are not very common. That's why the incentive for you to buy your own house is very good, because those 3 bedroom can be as high as 1,600, 1,500.
So if you have more than 3 kids, always advisable, just plan to get your house. What of condos? Do condos, I know there's
Thank you. Condo. So condo is very good. There could be some condos that are even 4 bedroom, 3 bedroom. There are some condos like that. The only thing about condo is that there's something called condo fee. Even when you buy the condo and you finish paying the mortgage of the condo fee is a lifetime payment for the entire lifetime of the house.
Why?
Because it's management fee. So even when you finish paying the mortgage of the condo, your condo is still being managed. They take care of the lawn, they take care of the snow parking. They take some of the condos give you free water. You only pay your hydro. So that is the thing about condo.
So it's best to just buy a house.
So that's the thing about condo, the condo fee. So if you don't want to spend too much, or you just want to live there for 2, 3, 5 years, you can start with a condo. Knowing fully that you will sell it out after certain years to go buy your own desirable home.
I think we've answered this. I wanted to ask that, what type of house will you advise newcomers to get? What type of place will you advise them to get? Those that are just coming, of course, before they settle to buy their own house, so they can go for either apartments, condo, basements, depending on the number of family.
And I can also advise too, when you're getting a house, you just come in, the first thing you think about is how your children are going to have a really good life. Don't say because you see a house cheap somewhere, but that environment is not good for your kids.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
so you need to think about the
Thank
school,
you. Yeah, thank
the
you.
mall, accessibility, because at the time you just came in, maybe you don't have a ride yet. So what's going to happen to your kids? Are they able to walk into school? So it might not be a new house, but it gives your children opportunity to
Even
to
a park.
Yes, a
Yeah.
park. So think about all those things.
Yeah.
As much as possible, we have park, we have schools, we
Yeah.
have more almost in every area. But there are some cheaper houses that they are cheap, but they are not good for our kids.
Yes,
to live
especially
in.
let me talk about this one, downtown.
The downtown area,
personally-
the downtown area is supposed to just be for businesses and for
Yeah.
people who are just there for a while to do some work. So say for example, I live in Toronto, I'm seconded to come to Winnipeg to do a work for 2 weeks. So you can, but living in that place for the kids to go to school, it's not really advisable, but yeah.
So
I
in
would say
Winnipeg,
that.
for example,
I'm not
because I have-
supposed to say nowhere.
Yeah,
They are not good.
But for in Winnipeg now, from your own experience, which areas are good for people to live? Because this is also another thing people like to know. Which areas are best for families, good for children to live in Winnipeg?
Yeah. So recently, the Fort Richmond neighborhood magazine did a profile on me.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
because
saw that.
I said a lot of
I'm going to
houses.
put it there. I'm going to put it in this card. I'm going to put it there. You see the picture.
Yeah,
I
so
saw it.
I saw a lot of houses in the Fort Richmond community.
Okay.
That community, it's very welcoming to immigrants, especially Nigerians. When we first came in,
That's
in
where I live, by the
2007,
way.
yeah, in 2007, you could find an African church in Fort Richmond. So we were going to a church there. It wasn't long ago that a Redeemed Church also started. So that community is very open to the likes of us.
Yeah.
So not just that, again, there's other communities like the Windsor Park area, the Transcorner area, a lot of places that are very good for kids. Most importantly, is there a school there that your kids can attend? Is there a park there where they could have good time? Is there mall if you want to buy grocery?
Yeah.
They are all good places.
Especially winter. You don't want to be shivering and going to the mall. So
And
you
then,
want somewhere that is close.
and then
yeah.
bus routes.
Bus roads.
Yes, because not all the time that you will have.
Yeah.
For example, maybe you just come in, you have only one car. Daddy needs to go out. You want
Mom
to go
needs
for,
to go out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so bus
Thank
routes
you
is
so
very
much,
key
ma.
too.
Thank you. But then the last thing I want us to address is about lease. So I've observed that most of the houses say you have to sign a 1-year lease and that kind of thing, that you must stay in that place for a year. Now I want to ask, can you stop this lease? Can you, why do you have to stay somewhere for a year? Even though in most cases you are not paying for that 1 year, you are still paying monthly, but I guess it's just like a kind of, can you just talk a bit about that then?
That's very good. So if you are getting a lease, so the reason they get the lease is that they don't want to be in the get to the middle of the year and then you say, oh, you don't want this house again. So they have to go through another process looking for somebody else again. So that's what that lease is. That lease is to protect the landlord, be it property managers or homeowner. But you know, because it's our community, to God be the glory, many of our community people now have their own houses and extra houses that they are even renting. So there could be some understanding on just, all you just have to do is ask questions. Approach your landlord and say, yes, I signed this contract with you. That's if it's not a property manager. So maybe you're living in somebody else's home or you're living in their basement. Approach them, let them know what is happening. Oh, I didn't know I was going to be able to buy a house. Now we've been able to buy a house. Please, would it be okay if I terminate my lease? But I'm going to give you like 2 months ahead. Then you, both yourself and the landlord, you can start looking for the person that will take over that lease. And there's something called sublet. So even if you get a property or an apartment with property managers, you can sublet. So you don't even have to worry the landlord. So you are in a 2-bedroom house. Now you're moving to your own house and you've not finished your lease. There's something called sublet. You just have to pay, I think, $75 depending on the property agency.
So you
So that
just
you-
move it to someone.
Yeah,
else.
so you
Someone else
move
has-
the leftover of that list to somebody else
Okay.
who wants that house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Case solved. Matter
Case
settled. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a very, I believe with this few points of hours, all issues about house has been settled, right?
And I look forward to even answer more questions.
Yes,
if
she
there
looks
is.
forward to, see, she's good like that. So if there's any more questions, I'm going to compile it and probably have one more session of Q&A. But please, whatever questions you have, let it be in the comment section of this and the previous video, so we can compile it and have like a Q&A for it. It's going to be one Q&A videos. That means one more video to come for you from Yeti.
Thank you.
So thank you guys, thank you for watching, thank you for always watching. Really, I appreciate you guys. Please, of course, don't forget, most importantly, to like this video, drop a comment, and share with people. Don't be stingy. Share with people. Yeah. So till we meet in the next video or in the next vlog, whatever the case may be, bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.